Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah,
I think everyone is aware of this session. Our guest speaker will be Dr. Magimai, Pragasam. So he's the Director for Communication and Mind Management. So before we start our session with NLP, we would like to invite Dr. Vino to give a brief introduction about GGG.
Hi everyone, a very good evening to everyone. Thank you so much for participating in today's webinar. And before we proceed with our webinar with Dr. Maggie, I would like to give you a brief introductions about 3G. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen with all of you. All right, so do you able to see my screen, Prabha? Okay, are you able to see my screen now?
yeah, I didn't see your screen.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right. Okay. So 3G stand for Global Giving Group. So it's a non-profitable charity organization, basically now located in Australia. So just gonna go a very brief history about how 3G was formed. 3G was actually initiated on 2012 in Alustar, Kedah, Malaysia. So Silk 3G was initiated under a project called Silk. It was a former it was just formed after an international conference in Al-Bukhari International University. So along the lines, the founder actually produced a book called Feast. So under the book called Feast, we actually exhibit of the indigenous culture of over 150 countries. So along the line, the founder found out that the students has a compassion heart of giving. Therefore, that inspired him to create 3G. So initially, 3G involved in recycling projects in the campus itself by collecting money for charity, seminars, self-development, and also some small together fellowship among the members. At the moment, we actually have about four 3G active country. That means 3G Malaysia, 3G Sri Lanka, 3G Thailand, and 3G Cambodia. And upcoming 3G countries, we are actually proposing for 3G Vanuatu and Kenya. This is still under discussion. There is a positive response from the members from Vanuatu as well as Kenya. So I would like you to meet the team from the Australian and also the member from the executing part as well. So as you know, our founder is Mr. John Brito, and he has his own team that working in Australia at the moment. And under the execution part is myself, Vino, and we also have 3G leaders from Fiji, Sri Lanka, Philippines, in Bhutan, from Cambodia, from Myanmar, Cameroon, as well as West Thailand, Bangladesh, and also Malaysia. So this organization chart is not updated at the moment. So as we know that our Malaysian representative is Mr. Prabha. So the purpose of 3G is basically we are not going to solve the whole world problem, but we could give a helping hand to the world problem. So the kind of work that inspired 3G and also 3G member is basically focusing on eradicating poverty, as well education, basic human need, which is healthcare, and also women empowerment, as well as we are focusing on diversity because 3G is belong to group of people from more than 50 countries. All right, so that's a little bit brief about 3G. I will stop sharing my screen at the moment. There is something that I wanted to share with everyone very briefly, Dr. Maggie, if you don't mind. I just need another 1 more minute. All right. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. This is a request from our founder to share with the members. All right. Okay, let me try. Okay, do let me know if you're able to see my screen. Do you able to see my screen?
Yep, I can see.
Okay, so this is basically a new 3G logo that our founder, Mr. John, would love everyone to get to know. Okay, there is a purpose why he decided to redesign 3G logo. Just briefly, all right. So the globe is actually represent how we work around the world in this earth, and the lines that surround the globe actually denote the communication, also the unity among the members and also people around the world. And the green actually represent prosperity of the planet as well as people who live in this world. And if you can see, there's a three dot, 1 to 3. Each dot represents individual development, societal development, and also environmental development as well. And there is a white line that represent, that connect each dots over there. Basically, white represent peace and also peace among the nations, the communities, as well as family. And the three different G's that come in three different colors basically shows that 3G respect people from different culture, race, language, regardless your sex, orientation, religion, caste, and also your class. So this is why 3G unite people so that people learn how to live together. And of course, finally, 3G means giving is living. So 3G will take all of us to a journey from going from self-centered to humanitarian. That means think about others, being selfless. And it's something like the founder like to say here is like, no tree usually eats its own fruit. All right. So this basically will be a new logo for 3G. All right. So I think that's all from my sharing. I hand over to Prabha.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Lino. Brief introduction on 3G. So for more details, what are the programs that we have carried out so far since the launch of 3G in our website? Our website will be our3g.org. Okay, everyone can find the info there. So without the further delay, I would like to invite Dr. Magi. So before that, I would like to share with you all who Dr. Magimai actually is. So Dr. Magimai is the director of Center for Communication and Mind Management. He has 25 years of experience in training and research. He also has made many short films on social issues and media education. Mr. Dr. Magimai did his MA in Communication in Alagappa University, MA in Sociology in Mysore University, Film Studies at Xavier Institute of Communication, Mumbai, Social Communication in France, and Culture Communication from University of Leeds, UK. He also completed his PhD in Anthropology from Madras University. Dr. Magimai is a certified trainer in NLP from National Federation of NLP Florida, USA. So he's been conducting training programs in NLP, communication and media in India and also other Asian countries. Mr. Magimai also has written a lot of books on communication. So regarding his videos and the books, later on we will share the link, the relevant references in our Facebook page. So our Facebook page will be 3G International. So Dr. Magi, we are very warm to have you today, sir. Without further delay, can we start the session now? Thank you. And one more reminder to all the participants. Sorry, doctor. So one more reminder. I would like to request everyone to mute your speakers so that you can clearly and concentrate on Dr. Magi. And I would like to request your full name and also your email address to be sent in the comment below for us to get you the e-certificate after the end of the session. Thank you. Dr. Magi, the call is yours.
Okay.
Good evening to all of you. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Am I
good
audible?
evening.
Okay,
You are
okay. So, good evening to all of you. First of all, I would like to very sincerely thank Brito ji, for the wonderful opportunity he is extending to be with you this evening. Thanks to Prabha and thanks to Dr. Vinodini for the wonderful introduction and kind words. I am really fascinated by the goals, objectives, and the definitions of the logo of your particular group. It's fantastic. Okay, you talk about the peace, you talk about the connectivity, you talk about the communication, you talk about the international, you talk about the globe. Amazing, amazing. This really fascinating, and I'm happy to be part of it. Really. Coming to today's session, I was asked to introduce NLP. Okay, neuro linguistic programming. That's a topic given to me, and I'll be happy to say a few things about NLP. It's a huge, vast area, but I can give you a brief introduction about NLP. What is it, etc. In the later we can have more sessions, further sessions, etc. Okay. And let me make one or two statements in the beginning itself. NLP gives us the software for our life. God has given us the hardware, the brain. Okay, when God gave the brain, He gave literally nothing. Okay, only 4% of what our forefathers contained or had, through DNA. Okay, only 4% 4 to 10% maybe. Okay, but other than that, he has left everything to all of us. You generate your software. So when we buy computers in the shop, we bring back the computer home and then we plug in and we start. It doesn't work. Okay, there is some power, there is some light, but it doesn't work. Then we keep installing lots of software. We install Word, we install Windows, we install PDF. So many softwares we keep installing. Otherwise, the computer won't work. Okay, exactly like that. God has given you the computer. I don't know how many number of GB or TB. Okay, it's mind blowing. We can't measure so much of GB, gigabytes, and He has given us. Okay, it's up to us to make use of it to the fullest extent possible. Okay, so He has asked us to generate your own software. Okay, the way you want, how much of a success you want to achieve, it's up to you. You have to generate your software. Okay, so NLP helps us to create a wonderful, successful, profitable, beneficial software. Okay, this is the first point. Okay, another point, what I want to give you is, if you take all your organs in the body, the main function is to convert the bad into good. Okay, you take all the vital organs, say for example the heart converts the bad blood into good blood. Okay, you take lungs, it takes in oxygen and leaves out the carbon dioxide. The skin, okay, it also takes in the air and so many things, but leaves out all the perspiration, all the dirt, all the chemicals, etc. So also the kidney, okay, it purifies your body by emitting all the by exiting all the bad things, and then clearing your body. Okay, so if you take all the organs, the main job is to convert the bad from bad to good. But there is only one organ which doesn't do that. Okay, it has not been programmed. God has programmed beautifully, for all the other organs. Say, for example, heart, if it doesn't function even for 5 minutes, we are out. We are dead. We are gone. Okay. So the moment you are born till the end of your life, till death, till the last breath, your heart should keep beating. Okay. So also your lungs should keep breathing. Okay, so everything has been programmed by the loving God, but but God has not programmed one particular organ, that is your brain. Okay, He tells us you operate it. I have given you the remote control. I cannot clear the negative things and install positive things. It's up to you. If you want to keep the bad things, keep it. If you want to keep the good things, keep it. Okay. If you want to suffer with all the positive, negative past, let it be. You do it. Okay. It's up to you. Okay. I can't help you too much on that. But I give you the power. I give you the power. I give you the remote control. I will give you the ability. But the final command should come from you. And there lies a real problem. There lies a real problem. So in the computer, it's easy for us. There is a bin called, dustbin. Okay. All the unwanted things can be dragged and put, and one fine day you clear the bin. Okay. But unfortunately, we don't do that. We don't do that with our brain. Okay, we carry all the backlog. All the backlog. What happened 30 years back, 10 years back, 15 years back, all the accusation, all the betrayal, all the sad things, sad negative, negative past, everything we store in our brain, and then we suffer. We suffer, we cry, we weep. Okay. As a result, we lose our power. We lose our power. The future doesn't seem to be bright. Okay. And the negative past, the negative experience keep pulling us backward. So NLP gives you a wonderful software, opportunity to create a wonderful software by which you can keep clearing your brain. Okay. You can drag and put all the negative past easily. Okay. So that is the reason why we say NLP is a wonderful tool to create your own software. Okay, it's up to you to choose the right kind of software. Okay. The third thing, it's nothing but managing your mind. You can call that as a mind management. Okay, you can manage your mind with all the techniques, tools, strategies given by NLP. Okay. And one more thing, let me make a statement. You can also recycle. You can recycle a positive past. Okay. The human tendency is, in general, to keep the negative past and give least respect to the positive past. Okay. Somebody must have appreciated you. You just say, "Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's okay, sir." You go like that. Okay, so you have done a beautiful job, amazing job, and it's okay. No, don't say that. I did my responsibility. In the name of humility, you brush aside all the appreciation, all the positive past, all the glory, given to you because you have done something good. What we do? Somebody must have told you, okay, the work you did was absolutely nonsense. I don't like it. Okay. That affects you very badly. Oh my God, how come he can say it's nonsense? Am I not a human being? What about my human dignity? No, he shouldn't have said that. Okay? Morning, afternoon you think about it, evening you think about it, constantly and continuously you think about it, and then you corrupt your mind. Okay, you walk backwards. Okay, instead of going forward, you walk backward. So NLP helps you to recycle the past. On one hand, drag the negative past and put it in the dustbin, and identify the positive past and recycle it. Recycle it so that you can make use of it. Be it the appreciation, you must have taken up a wonderful travel successfully, you must have secured first rank in the university, or your father, mother, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, grandmother, grandfather, or the CEO, or the founder, or anybody for that matter would have given you a wonderful pat on the back. Okay. What NLP says is, don't leave any appreciation go waste. Okay. You must think of it, amplify it, make it big, make it colorful, put up a nice frame, put serial lamp, okay, glow it, let it glow, let it burn like a wonderful candle in front of you, okay, and then take the strength from that, okay. So what NLP says is you should be able to recycle all the positive past, however small it could be. You can't afford to waste the appreciation from the others. Okay, so this is how NLP helps us to move forward. Okay, and also NLP helps us to build a wonderful rapport. Okay, rapport in the sense, later part I will explain to you what rapport means is rapport creates ha effect. Okay, ha means HAA, ha. H means harmony, A means accord, another A means affinity. Okay, beautiful terms. Harmony means a harmonious relationship with everybody. Vinodini ma'am defined beautifully about the symbol, the logo of the organization. All are interconnected. There is peace, there is harmony, there is wonderful understanding. That's a goal of the 3G, to establish peace, harmony, etc. Okay, so in life, from the beginning of our life, we keep learning this technique, how to have an understanding, how to how to agree with the others, how to agree with the others, how to be loyal to the others. That's called affinity. Loyalty and fidelity, they go together. Okay, how to be loyal to the father, mother, brother, sister, the husband, wife, etc. So affinity, loyalty, and then the harmony, that's called ha effect. Okay, we work hard. We work hard to create this understanding, harmony, accord, etc. Okay, but NLP gives you ready-made technique, ready-made strategy, ready-made tool. In no time you can create that rapport. Okay, ready-made techniques to create that rapport. Definitely not for bad reasons, not for unwanted reasons, but for good reasons. Okay, because NLP techniques, it can work well only if your goals are supreme, goals are noble, goals are helping other people, bringing about some goodness in the society. Otherwise, it may not work. Okay, and also NLP helps you to study the other people. Okay, study the other people. Definitely, in order to communicate with the other persons, we need to know what is in their mind. Some people will express themselves very openly, some people may not. Okay, in such circumstances, how can you understand? Even the doctor, he asks you to turn around, open your mouth, put your tongue out, breathe in and breathe out, show your shoulder, give your finger, so many things he will do. And finally, he will ask you, what's your problem? Okay, so he will ask you, unless and until what is inside me, what is happening to me, what kind of feeling I have, what kind of agony I'm undergoing, doctor may not know what is really my problem. To certain extent, he can find it out. But beyond that, we have to tell him. So for any communication, you can observe me a little bit, but otherwise I have to tell. There are some people who cannot say. Okay, so NLP gives you some techniques and tools, what is going on in their unconscious mind. Okay, so NLP always believes all your actions are the result of your unconscious mind. The command comes from your unconscious mind. There are two minds. One is conscious, another one is unconscious. What is conscious mind? Whatever happens in front of you, through your awareness state. Okay, so right now I'm sitting in the front of the computer. There's light, there is remote, there is book, there is diary. I'm aware of all those things. But as I talk to you, I'm not aware of my heart function, but my heart functions. I'm not aware of my lung function, but lung functions. Okay, my lung function, my heart functions, the several organs are functioning properly thanks to the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind controls everything. Okay, so unconscious mind is a mind, right from the day of birth one to till the end of till today. All that I saw, all that I heard, all that I felt is stored in my mind computer. Okay, that constitutes my unconscious mind. Okay, so what I was saying. Okay, the non-verbal gesture are the result of the unconscious mind. Okay, so more or less we understand the people's mind through their gestures, through the eye contact, through the modulation of voice, through their physical features, not physical features, but physical gestures, etc. Okay, then we can also cure phobia. Then we can also, understand the orientations of the other people. NLP says there are three kinds of people in the world. Okay, audio people, visual people, kinesthetic people. Nothing related to the personality, but it is their orientation. Right from the childhood, they develop this kind of orientation, visual orientation. That means you're more attracted to visual. You use visual medium for communication. There are audio people, they have audio orientation. They love to hear, but they don't want to see. Okay, they don't want to touch, but they want to listen. They want to, hear, etc. And there is also third set of people, kinesthetic. Okay, that means touching people. You need to communicate with them by touching, going closer to them. Okay, so if you use that orientation, touching orientation, okay, your communication is fantastic. So NLP gives us techniques how to identify the orientations of the other, so that I can orient my orientation. I can align myself with the other people, so that there is wonderful rapport built. When there is rapport, there is wonderful communication. When there is good communication, there is terrific understanding. When there is wonderful understanding, we can achieve together beautifully. Okay, so I can go on telling the benefits of NLP, but for the time being, let us have these things in mind. Then I go to the actual introduction of NLP. Okay, Prabha and Vinotini, am I all right? Am I audible? Is it clear?
Yeah, it's very clear, sir. You can continue. We are listening.
Okay, I can continue. Okay, I can continue. Okay, I'm using PowerPoint for few minutes. Okay, and okay. Are you able to see my PowerPoint?
It's loading. Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay.
Right.
An introduction to NLP, strategies to achieve personal and professional excellence. So that's okay. What is NLP? As I told you at the beginning of the session, NLP is the operating system or software that controls your life. Okay. Then what is the computer? Okay, if this is an operating system, what is a computer? Your physical body is a computer. Okay, you are using your hand, hip, legs, face, everything based on the software, the operating system. Okay, that's the reason why even doctors do not give certificate. Okay, even if you fail to breathe, if your brain is completely dead, then they give you the certificate. Okay, the brain is the most costliest product in the whole body. Okay, so NLP is operating system installed in your brain, and your physical body is a computer. You can alter and change your operating system to produce different results in your life. Okay, the operating system deals with your belief system. Okay, your belief, your values, which you have developed right from the childhood. Okay, what TA says, TA means transactional analysis. That's a wonderful subject. Transactional analysis says by the age 5 or 7, you develop a script. Okay, a script, which is written on the forehead. It is not written, which you have created. Okay, you create your own script. You write your own script. Until the end of your life, you use your script. Okay, that particular script is used till the end of your life. Okay, so NLP also says more or less the same thing. You develop different kind of belief system, value system in the early childhood. Okay, and that becomes a foundation by which you start living. Okay, what TA says is, over the years, you can change your script. Okay, you can change your script. If a particular script is not useful, you can change your script. It's exactly like you want a particular shampoo. You go to a shop and you ask for that particular shampoo. The shopkeeper says, sorry, I don't have that. Okay, you come back home. The next day, you go to the same shop. You ask for the same shampoo. The shopkeeper says, no, it's not available. Even if you go 30 times and ask for the shampoo in that particular shop, he will say no. Okay, unless he buys somewhere and keeps it. If you want to have that particular shampoo, you have to go to the other shop. Okay, so if you have a program, if you have a belief system, if you have a script which you keep using it, okay, you will be getting the same result. If you want a different result, you have to change your script. You have to change your belief system. Okay, you have to change your values. That's exactly what the NLP says. There are some good people who are amenable for change. Okay, there are some people who want to change, who are ready to change. NLP calls them as flexible people. Okay, but there are some people who are rigid in nature. Even at the age of 80, 85, 90, etc., they cannot alter their perspective. They cannot alter their belief system. They cannot alter their values. Of course, value for a long time it stays constant. Okay, but belief system you can modify, you can alter. So also the script in the NLP, in a script in TA, they call that as injunctions. Okay, injunctions, and later you can give permission. So remember these words in TA: injunctions, set of orders, and permission. You have to get the permission to remove that particular order, the injunction. Okay. So also in NLP, you can change your belief system. You can alter your belief system, etc. Because the world is passed through those filters. Okay. For example, don't believe sharp people. They are cunning. They will betray you. Okay. This is a belief system. Okay, a particular culture says this very strongly. Okay, you can never believe short people. They are cunning and they are not reliable. So if I install that particular software in my mind, okay, then all short people will be cunning to me. Even if they are good, I won't be having any relationship. I will miss their resources. I will miss their friendship. I will miss the collaboration and cooperation, etc. You see how badly the belief system, spoils the whole soup. Okay, there are intelligent people who can easily modify their belief system. Okay, so that is the reason why we have to ask ourselves: the belief system you have installed, you are running in your mind. Okay, is it useful or not useful? NLP never asks the question right or wrong. No, no. It always asks the question, is it useful or unuseful? If it is unuseful, you should be ready to throw it away. Okay. If it is useful, protect it, garland it, lighten it, okay, decorate it, and adore it. Okay. So the useful, potential, powerful, resourceful belief system should be safeguarded, and all the other to be thrown away. Okay, let me give you one small, this person is a very important person. He's called Alfred Habdank. Okay, one of the founders of NLP. He says, human knowledge of the world is limited both by human nervous system and the languages humans have developed. Okay, very beautiful, important and vibrant statement. Okay, what does he say? What does he say? The world is vast. The world is huge. Okay, and what we get is very little, very little, microscopic, smallness. Okay, very little only we get. Okay, and even that is not sent to the brain properly. That means we are not really experiencing the reality. Okay, so in a way, what he says is we have to be very careful with our nervous system. Okay, the nervous system are the carriers of information from the five senses to the brain. Okay, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Information can be broken. Information can be confused. Information can be distorted. Okay, it all depends upon how you trim your senses. Okay, that's what he says. Number two, when I express, how do I express? Because our human brain is so powerful. Sitting here, I can go to America and come back. Okay, sitting here, I can imagine so many things. But when it comes to the expression, how can I express? It's difficult because I can express only through language. The language is so limited. Okay, limited by words and expression, etc. It's very difficult. Okay, so we are having lots of limitations, especially two great limitations. One is the five senses and the nervous system, and number two, the language. Okay, because of that only, we are not able to express our real, genuine, wonderful, authentic feelings, and we create a lot of misunderstanding. Okay. Another statement what Habdank says is no one can have the direct access to reality. Absolutely correct. Okay. Without the help of five senses, no soul in the world can have direct access to reality. Only you have to see through the eyes, touch and sense it, okay, and smell it and taste it. Otherwise you can't have direct access to reality. Number three, it is filtered through the brain's response to reality. Okay, so all the five senses are there, but the brain has its own lot of filtering system. Okay, it filters a lot. So you may see 100%, no, already 100% reality. You perceive only for about 60, 50, 40, etc. Even that 40 is filtered, and finally only little bit goes to the brain through the nervous system. Okay, again that is filtered. We will see how it is filtered, etc. So he comes to the conclusion: we experience only the map, hence we experience only the map, okay, not the territory. So map is not the territory. There's one word is missing there. So we experience only the map and not the territory. Okay, we are keeping the map in our mind, okay, and we think, oh, this is the whole world. That is absolutely not true. The world is vast. Right now, Brito ji is in Australia, Prabha madam is in Malaysia, Prabha is in Malaysia, Vinothin in Malaysia, and people are spread all over the world. Okay, it's impossible for me to come to Australia and see how Brito ji is sitting in front of the computer and watching all these things. Okay, so that is a reality. But I guess Priteji must be sitting in the computer and having the headphone and watching, etc. So I am having only the map, a map, an idea, an opinion. But actual territory is vast. If I have to feel what Britoji is, the founder, is experiencing, I must get air ticket to Australia. I go to the airport, I fly, then I have to reach his office and then see, etc. But that is not possible right now. Okay, we are guessing, imagining, we are living with limitation. That's the reason why Habdan concludes by saying, God may forgive your sins, okay, but your nervous system won't. That's the reason why, you should be using all your nervous system at the optimum level. Otherwise, your nervous system will not forgive you. Nervous system is so powerful. It is a faithful transmitter of the information from the five senses to the brain. Okay, so it can't afford to send the distorted perception, distorted information. You get through your eyes, etc. So it requests you earnestly see properly, feel properly, smell properly, taste properly, listen properly. Okay, I am a faithful carrier of the information to the brain. Okay, so that you can process, you can interpret, you can understand the meaning, you can have a meaningful relationship. Okay, so the first point I want to give you is from today onwards, let's give more importance for the five senses. Train them, trim them. Morning, devote 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. See something minutely, zoom in. Okay, expand your peripheral vision. Touch nicely, feel nicely, smell nicely. Morning 5 minutes and evening 5 minutes. You see after 21 days the result. Okay, definitely you will be a totally different person because all the five senses are reactivated. It's exactly like motorbike. Okay, we buy the motorbike, we keep it idle for 2 years. Okay, we don't use it properly. Then if you start, it won't start. Okay, because it has been idle for a long time. Okay, so also our organs, unless you use it, it loses its power. The wear and tear. As a result, we perceive partially, we listen partially, we sense partially, and our nervous system can send it to the brain only what we give. Okay, another important point I want to give you: the brain cannot differentiate between what is real and artificial. Okay, it cannot think on its own. Whatever you say, it believes it right royally. If you see something and feel it is true, for the brain it is true. If you think it is not true, it accepts that also not true. Okay, so brain on its own, it cannot differentiate between what is real and artificial. That's the reason why laughter clubs are functioning beautifully. Okay, even if you laugh artificially, brain takes it seriously. Okay, for brain, you're really laughing seriously. Even if you sit and visualize about the interview you are going to attend, okay, brain takes it seriously. Okay, for brain, the actual interview is over. Okay, next time when you go for real interview, for the brain, it is a second time. Okay, whenever you do something for the second time, your confidence level is 30% high. Okay, so that is the reason why the visualizing techniques is very, very useful. Examination fear. You sit in the office, sit in your house. You imagine as if you are going to the examination. All the questions are known to you. You write the answers beautifully. Happily, you come out. You visualize. Okay, for the brain, the examination is over. Okay, when you go for the real examination, it is a second time for the brain. The brain will boost you, brain will encourage you. It will tell you, hey, you are going to write for the second time. Okay, I am with you, I support you. I wish you all the best. You will do it very well. So also the auto suggestion. Okay, when you keep saying, I am a good person, I am a wonderful person, I am a harmless person, I am a talented person, I am a resourceful person, I can do it, I can win it. Okay, brains takes everything seriously. This is how we program our brain. Whatever you program, your body is ready to carry it out. We say, brain is a software, your body is a hardware. Okay, so when you install the software, your hardware is ready to support you, cooperate with you, and then do whatever is installed. Okay, so that is the reason why our friend says, one of the world famous scientists says, God may forgive your sins, but your nervous system will not. Okay, so let's listen. Let's exercise. Okay, quickly the 4 stages. Then I'll go to some of the techniques. Okay, anytime you can stop me. So number one, it is crystal clear. You experience the world not through your heart, not through your lungs, not through your kidney, not through intestines or anything else. You experience the world through 5 senses. Okay, this is crystal clear. Number two, when the data is taken to the brain, the second stage is you are converting those sensory data, the data, information data, you are assigning some meaning. Okay, you see a device, there is a platform, there are 4 legs and made up of wood. Okay, that is what you see. So all the visual data is seen by the eye and taken to the brain. Your brain begins to convert it to meaning. What is that? Chair or stool. How do you know? Your teacher told you when you were at first standard. Okay, there is a device, there are 4 legs, you can use it for sitting, etc. That's called stool. It's in your mind computer. Okay, so when you assign the meaning, you understand things. Okay, and number three, when the meaning is created, the meaning also generates lots of emotions. Okay, these are all emotions: the stress, the fear, the depression, the anxiety, anger, jealousy, happiness, fulfillment, joy, gratitude, etc. Okay, they are all emotions. Okay, primarily we have four emotions. One is grief, another one is happiness, another one is anger, another one is what is that? The grief, the anger, the happiness, and there is one more. Okay, sadness or something like that. Okay, so we have 4 main emotions and all the sub emotions, etc. Stress, fear, depression, anxiety, anger, jealousy, happiness, fulfillment, joy, gratitude, etc. They are based on the meaning you attach. Okay, for the data you receive through your 5 senses, and once the emotions are generated, they are exhibited through your body. Okay, if you get angry, you raise your hand. Okay, and if you get joy, if you have happiness, you go and hug the person, you give the rose, there is a smile on your face. They're all behaviors. Okay, so this is a cycle. This is a cycle. Okay, so finally, NLP is a study of how the brain works, how we think, feel, communicate, act, and achieve result. Okay, it all is based on the thinking, the language, and the behavior. Just remember all these 3. How we take the information and begin to think, and how we use the language. Okay, without the language, we cannot assign meaning. Language is a very important tool. Okay, once the meaning is assigned, the entire body is activated based on the emotions generated by the meaning. Okay, We can also call that as a programming. Okay, when you look at the fire, can we go and touch it? No. When we go to the fire, we get shocked, we come out. Okay, that is how we have been programmed. That's a behavior. Okay, so if you see something good, you go and touch it and kiss it, then hug people. Okay, when there is a chocolate, you take it. This is how we have been programmed. Okay, so thinking, language, and programming. Okay, and finally, to end the definition, I'll just show you one small little video. Just look at the video. Okay, okay, you don't need to get scared. The child belongs to a community, snake catching community. Okay, so the tooth of the snake had been removed, so you don't need to worry. Even if something happens quickly, they will jump and save the baby. They are all surrounded by the baby. Okay, so I'm using this clipping. It is in the internet. It is in the internet. Millions of people have seen this. I use this just to define what is NLP. Okay, the first one is the five senses. The child looks at the snake through the eyes. Okay, listens to the sound, looks through the eyes, etc. So the first thing is we use all the five senses to confront the to look at the reality. Okay, number one. Number two, when the information data is taken to the brain, the second stage, meaning is assigned with the help of the language. Okay. In this case, no one had taken any class for the baby. Okay, no one has taken class. That's the reason why there is no meaning installed in the brain of the baby. Maybe the baby is thinking it is a rope, it is a toy. Okay, and when the baby looks at the toy, when it thinks that it is a toy, the emotion is surprise, joy, happiness. Let me go for an adventure, etc. That's the emotion created. And what is the response? She goes close to the snake and touches it. Okay, and there are many people here who are scared of snake, right? Say for example, Prabha. Let's take the chief of the organization, Prabha. Let us assume that he is scared of the snake. Prabha also looks at the snake, okay, through five senses, and the meaning Prabha has installed in the mind is it is dangerous, it is poison, it will kill you, okay, etc. So when the meaning is assigned, what are the emotions? Okay, oh my God, I want to leave, I don't want to die. Okay, so I need to escape, I need to run. That's the kind of emotions: fear, anxiety, to certain extent, anger, surprise. So many emotions are created. What is the response? Prabha begins to run from the spot. Okay. And the final example is the snake catcher. The snake catcher, professional snake catcher, also looks at the snake through the five senses. The language, when the meaning is assigned, what is it? The meaning? What is the meaning he has? It is profitable. I can get money. I can sell the skin. I can sell the tooth. Okay. So today I will get nearly for about 2,000 rupees. I can feed my family for one full week. That's the meaning he gets. So according to him, snake means profit. Okay. It's God-given gift for the snake catcher. The emotion is joy, happiness. Okay. And the happiness pushes him to go after the snake. Okay, he goes after the snake. Somehow, by hook or crook, he catches a snake. That is a behavior. Oh, this is a cycle. Okay, the first part is neuro. Okay, because the five senses information is taken to the brain through the with the help of the nerves. That's the reason why neuro comes into the picture. Once data is taken through the nerves, they are assigned meaning with the help of a language. That's the reason why language is there, linguistic. Okay, and after that, emotions are created, and certain set of behavior is activated, generated, etc. We call that as programming. Okay, to certain things we behave in certain ways. Okay, that is how we have been programmed. So that's the reason why the programming has come into this place. Okay, now the learning from so far. Number one, sharpen your senses. This is non-negotiable. Okay, for personal and professional life. Number two, change the meaning if you want to change the behavior. Okay, whether it is 3G, whether it is UNICEF, whether it is UN, whether it is NGOs, whether it is global organization, all people focus on only one thing. What is that? Behavioral change of the people. Okay, what UNICEF says, boil the water and drink. Okay, and even Corona period, what they said, the social distancing, wash your hands. Okay, be careful. Okay, wear the mask, etc. They're all about behavioral change. Okay, the behavioral change can come only when there is meaning. Okay, what could be the meaning? Well, if I get corona, if I reach a particular state, I may have to die. Okay, there's no life left after that. So I have to take precautions. So I have to be safe. I cannot spread coronavirus. So I have to save the community. I have to save myself. I have to save my family. So behavioral change, wear mask, social distancing, etc. Okay. So many people, why they don't follow all the restrictions, etc., all the rules, regulations, etc., because they have not installed the proper meaning in their mind. Okay, children in the classroom, they talk. Teachers keep telling, don't talk. Okay, because the children, what kind of meaning they have about school? School means we need to talk to each other, jump together, sing together, we have to fight together. That's the meaning. Okay, so once you change the meaning, I don't say they must not do all those things. Once you change the meaning a little bit, this is a time where you have to lay the foundation. If you listen carefully, your future will be excellent. Okay, when they change the meaning, the behavior changes. They are highly disciplined, they listen to you, they do the homework, etc. It applies to everything. Smoke also. The smokers, why they smoke? The meaning is style. Okay, style. If I smoke, I can digest my food properly. If I smoke, I can trigger my imagination. If I smoke, it gives me status. These kind of meanings they have. They smoke, and one fine day they die. Okay, they get cancer, they get TB, they get all kinds of lung diseases, etc. When they change the meaning, smoking is not status, smoking is not regeneration, but cancer. Okay, when they change the meaning here, immediately they stop smoking. Or this is how, when you change the meaning, you change the behavior. Okay, it's another important lesson from NLP. Number three, keep checking your belief system on a daily basis. Okay, every day spend 5 minutes. What kind of belief system I follow? Okay, is it useful or unuseful? Don't raise a question right or wrong. Is it useful to me? Okay, is it useful? Can I keep it? Okay, if it is not useful, throw it away. Okay, people who work in the government, one belief system they have in their mind is the government offices are hopeless offices. It is not good to work in the government office. If they have this belief, definitely it will be reflected in their behavior. Okay, they will go lethargically, they will slow down their work, and they won't be they won't have regeneration. They are not strong, stimulated, alert, etc. Okay, so if you government organization is people's organization. Okay, and I am the government. If I don't do, how can I serve the people? So every government office is temple of God. So let me put all my effort, commitment, etc. Then as a result, the output is different. People like you, people come to you for many services, etc. So change your belief to change your behavior. And number four, also check your values. Values means how important you give to a particular belief. That's very, very important. So belief is your strong conviction. That's your belief. Values is how important you give for the belief. Some people may think, God is great, God is great, God is great. Okay, he believes in God, but all that he keeps telling is lies. He doesn't pray, he tells lies, he betrays people, he does everything against God. But he says he believes in God. He'll put everything, all kinds of ornaments, etc., etc. He will project himself to be a God-fearing man. So he has got belief, but absolutely no value because he doesn't attach any importance to the belief system. So keep checking what kind of values I have. Are they useful or unused? When we do all these four, 80 to 90% of the problems are solved. You can be a fantastic individual and fantastic professional. Okay. Let me give you one small little exercise. Okay. Quickly, can you read these 4 lines? Open up your microphone and then kindly, find out how many F you have in these 4 lines. Count the number of F in the following sentence and tell me loudly. Can you open up your microphone and tell me?
4.
5.
4. Somebody says 4.
5.
Somebody says 5.
5, sir.
5. One more chance. So far 2 4s on 1 5.
5.
5. Okay. 2 5, 2 4s. One last chance.
6.
Pardon?
6.
Okay. One says 6. So we have 2 4s, 2 5, and 1 6. Okay. I think the 6 is the correct answer. Okay. So you take finished. F is there. Files are the result of. Okay. There is one more F. Then years of. One more F. So far 3. Scientific. There is one more F. 4. Study combined with the experience of. Okay. One more 5. Okay. One more F. So finished, files number 2, half number 3, half number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the final line 6. Okay, so all together we have 6. Okay, so most of you would say 3 or even 4 or even 5, but the actual answer is 6. The reasons, the words F usually begins with the F sound. Okay, fox, funny, future, fast, forceful, fantastic, finger, finish, frame, fragrance, frog, etc. The second reason why you missed out the F is the word of usually is read as one letter. Okay, that's a psychology. Okay, you don't treat that second F as a letter. Okay, so you skip that. So this is called generalization. Okay, so whenever we see the reality with little examples, we make a blanket statement. Okay, it happens to us. It happens to us. Okay, it's not a sin by it happens on its own. Okay, you don't realize that it's happening, but we do that. Okay, so this is the first mistake. This is called generalization. Okay, quickly tell me, what is it? What do you see here?
3.
3.
3.
Okay. Anybody else? Quickly.
A picture of a tree.
A picture of a tree. Okay. Anybody else? The last answer.
A white background.
Okay. Okay. White background and a tree. Okay. All 3 of you are perfectly correct. Okay. Perfectly correct in your own ways. Okay. But the actual result will be this one: a tree without roots. Okay. Have you ever seen a tree without the roots? There is root, but it's not visible. Okay. So we take the root for granted, and we apply this problem in the real life situation also. Okay, when somebody tells 10 things, I remember only 4 or 5. I leave the next 6 or 4. Okay, so the first problem we have is generalization. Little fact, we make a blanket statement. The second problem is deletion. Unknowingly, we delete certain information. Okay. And number three, the third one, you see, since there is no time, straight away, I show the picture. The first picture, how the customer explained it. Okay. That is the exact picture, exact diagram. The customer explained it. How the project leader understood. Okay. He understood it differently. Okay. Then how the analyst designed it, right, just by listening to the person. And finally, how the programmer wrote it. There is a there is a huge difference between the first picture and the last picture. Okay, so this is called distortion. Okay, distortion. We distort the information. Number one, we generalize. Number two, we delete certain portion. Number three, we distort. Okay, we don't do it deliberately. Sometimes we do it unconsciously. Okay, without knowing the actual situation. Okay, now coming back to the learning so far. Okay, number one, we strongly accepted and agreed. Okay, if there is any doubt, we can always clarify. Map is not the territory. Okay, map is not the territory. I see only the map. I see only the map. The actual world is something else. Okay, because humans have their own limitations. Because I see based on my experience, my knowledge, my culture, my language, my family, my DNA, etc. It is subjective. Subjective in the sense one-sided. Okay, opposite to objective. Subjective is one-sided. In other words, you can call it as a bias. Okay, there is a proverb in Tamil, "Kakaikum tan kunju, pon kunju." Okay, all the crows feel that their children are golden crows. Okay, so my map is subjective, and your map is equally subjective. When mine is subjective, definitely yours is also subjective. So nobody's world is perfect. Okay, everybody's world is subjective. We must acknowledge this particular fact when we relate, when we communicate, when we talk, when we have a conversation with the other. Okay, and number four, look at things from the other person's point of view. When you do this, 90% of the problems related to relationship is out. Okay, always look at from the other person's point of view. Put yourself in the other person's shoes, put yourself in the other person's position, and understand. This is called empathy, one of the fantastic word in the English dictionary. Okay, empathy, feel one with the other person. Okay, and number five, you don't need to accept the other person, but acknowledge the other person. Acknowledge his knowledge, acknowledge his experience, acknowledge his qualification, acknowledge his culture. You don't need to accept. You don't need to accept, but acknowledge. In other words, in communication, we say agree to disagree. Disagreeing is not a sin. Okay, it is fine. So acknowledge him. And finally, beware of what you delete, generalize, distort. I have given you three examples. Okay, I gave you examples of deletion. Okay, we deleted the roots, and also generalize. Okay, we missed all the 6 F's. Somebody said 4, somebody said 5, somebody said 6. Okay, it's not bad thing. We're all one-sided, we're all subjective, etc. There's absolutely no problem. Okay, but we have to realize that I'm subjective, I generalize, I delete, and also at times I distort. Okay, so when you spend some time in thinking, what do I distort, what do I delete, what do I generalize in a meeting situation, in a conversation, okay, in a classroom situation, 90% of the problem is solved between you and your CEO, between you and your colleague, between you and your parents, etc. Okay, it takes a little bit of time. Just take every day for about 5 minutes, spend for your own self. Okay, when you do that, you are really doing great. And finally, I want to leave this particular technique with you, how to create that ha effect. Okay, I explained to you what is ha. That is number one, harmony. Number two, accord. Number three, affinity. Okay, rapport is interpersonal attraction. Okay, only when there is attraction, there can be communication. Only when there is communication, there will be relationship. Only when there is relationship, there is success in life. Okay, so Finally, rapport is a foundation. Okay, it is at the lowest layer. Okay, when there is no rapport, there is no communication at all. Okay, so we try to achieve this, taking a lot of time, a lot of efforts in our life. Okay, how to establish harmony, how to agree with the other person, how to show loyalty, etc., etc., etc. We take a lot of time in creating harmony, accord, and affinity in the workplace, in the family, in the community, in the group, the society, etc. But NLP said if you follow some strategies for good reasons, because you have to strike rapport, you need to have rapport. Okay, so if you follow this particular technique, tools, strategies, etc., in no time, within seconds, you can get that particular rapport. Okay, what you achieve in over 1 month, you can get it within seconds. What are those techniques? Okay, that's the last thing I want to leave you with. Okay, this is called, one technique is called matching and mirroring. What is matching? Okay, suppose there is a person in sitting in front of you. Okay, and you are sitting in front of him. Matching means you match his action. Okay, when he raises his hand, you also raise. When he bends down, you also bend down. When he tries to smile, you also smile. Okay, you match him. You match him exactly. He does. Okay, mirroring in the sense you follow the mirror image. Okay, so when he raises a left hand, you have to use a right hand. Okay, exactly like, when you stand in front of the mirror, the images differ. Okay, but whereas matching, exactly you match the action. Okay, so you begin with the matching and later you can mirror. Okay, or you can start mirroring and later you can match. Okay, then the third thing is tracing. When you do matching and mirroring, you begin to travel with the other person beautifully. Okay, your pace is, your speed is fantastic. You travel with him in the same speed. In the beginning there were difference of opinion, then you begin to match and mirror, and now you have come to the same platform. You walk together and harmoniously with lots of agreement, with lots of affinity, etc. Then what do you do? This you maintain the speed. Okay, and the last one is called leading. You take the leadership. Okay, then he follows you. In the beginning he was leading, you are the follower. By matching and mirroring, you establish the same speed. Finally you take the leadership and he follows you. This is how you can influence anybody in front of you. It could be a manager, it could be a CEO, it could be a tough man, it could be a customer, it could be anybody. He could be anybody. By matching and mirroring, you can make him as your follower. Okay, you can make him as your follower. Okay, okay. As I told you earlier, there are three sets of people in this whole world. Okay, three kinds of orientation: visual people, audio people, kinesthetic people. Okay, now you have to align yourself with the other person. If you find somebody visual, you also become visual. So you are attracted towards each other like a magnet. If the person is audio, you also become audio. You don't need to compromise your orientation, but for the sake of establishing rapport, you convert yourself, you align yourself with him, you convert yourself to be radio, audio, soup. There is wonderful rapport, everything is done. Then if you find him kinesthetic, you also become kinesthetic. Again, there is fantastic rapport. Okay, now the question is, how do I find out who is he? Is he video? Is he audio? Is he kinesthetic? Okay, this is a technique I leave with you finally. Okay, the visual people usually do what? They always keep looking up. Okay, because every one of us have a mind theater inside us. Okay, so that means those people are looking at the film. So visual people tend to look up quite often. You can make out, oh, he is a visual person. Okay, or they breathe above the chest. Okay, that means they breathe little faster. Okay, you can find out whether they are visual or not by his breathing pattern. Number three, if a person speaks relatively fast, okay, he is visual. Okay, then you also have to speak little fast. Okay, you also have to breathe little high. You also have to look up so that you are aligning yourself with him. He is very fast in his actions. He comes, he stands here, he moves there, he looks here. He is a little bit fast. You also have to be a little faster. Okay. Then finally, he looks slightly tense. He also act as if you are little tense. Okay. Then you also become a visual person, visual and visual. Zoom. When you get attracted towards each other, whatever you say, he accepts you. Whatever he says, you accept. There is fantastic harmony, accord, affinity, etc. Okay, the travel is a successful travel for you. Audio people. Audio people, remember, they always look at ear level. Okay, visual people up, but whereas audio people look at ear level. Okay, if anybody is talking to you at the ear level, you can make out he is an audio person. He will be breathing through the chest. There are three types of breathing: above the chest, through the chest, and through the abdomen. Okay, so he is breathing through the chest, so he is an audio person, and he's speaking at a moderate speed. Good morning, friends. I am here to talk about NLP today. I'm going to introduce NLP today so that all of you can understand what is NLP and get along with the NLP concepts and techniques and strategies. I am talking at a moderate speed. Okay. So that means I am audio. Suppose if I speak very fast, dear friends, we are going to talk about visual, audio, and kinesthetic. We are going to talk about NLP. NLP is a fantastic tool, technique, strategy for us to get along with each other and to achieve success, etc. I am speaking very fast, so I am visual. Okay. So look at the speed and more or less you can judge. Okay. And this person is a movement is average speed, not too fast like visual, is normal speed. He moves here, comes here, picks it up, sits down quietly. Everything is normal speed. Okay, and then he looks alert. Okay, he's always alert. He's not slow. He's not too fast, but alert. Okay, so you can make out that he is an audio person. Okay, so you align yourself with him. You also do the same thing. Talk more about audio, talk more about music, talk more about cassettes, talk more about loudspeaker, etc. He falls flat in front of you. He falls flat, at your feet. The number three, the kinesthetic people always look down. Okay, visual people look up, audio people look eye to eye, kinesthetic people look down. Okay, and they breathe through the abdomen. No, slow breathing. Okay, slow breathing, not like visual fast breathing, not like audio moderate breathing, but whereas kinesthetic people are deep breathing. Okay, you also begin to breathe deeply, and then they speak slowly. Okay, if anyone speaks very slowly, you also become slow. Okay, then both of you are attracted towards each other. You can get your things done. And then the movement is also very slow. Okay, visual people very fast, audio people moderate speed, but kinesthetic people are very slow. Okay, and kinesthetic people look relaxed. Okay, they don't get shocked easily. They are relaxed, they are pleasant. Okay, you also become like that. You also look relaxed. Just tell yourself 4 or 5 times, relax, 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 auto suggestion. Then you become relaxed. Okay, so this is how you align yourself. For kinesthetic people, you talk more about feeling, the touch, the experience, all related to feeling. For audio people, talk all about speech, the loudspeaker, the tape recorder, the audio related words, etc. Okay. For visual, you talk about painting, color, all related to visual, etc. Okay, because you are catering to their orientation. When you do all these things, you get attracted towards each other, and then that is how rapport is built. When the rapport is built, there is fantastic team spirit, we feeling. Okay, he will listen to you, you will listen to him. What else you want in life? What else you want in life? This is exactly what we want in life. Between husband and wife, between mother and child, between brothers and sisters, in the office, in the organization, in the community, we want this accord. We want this loyalty. We want this relationship. Okay, by doing this simple technique, okay, we can establish that artificially. Okay, and like this, there are 101 techniques in NLP. In future, I can give you. They're all highly scientific. psychological, well tested, practiced all over the world, and the success rate is very, very high. Okay, whenever you do it, you need to do with certain amount of faith. Okay, when you do with faith, you program your mind, and your unconscious mind produces enormous amount of positive results for you. Okay, so that's the last slide I want to leave with you. So I go to stop sharing. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mahi, for
Right.
the
Yeah.
great
Prabhu,
sharing.
sorry, did I exceed the time? I'm sorry. I want to finish this small little thing. Okay, leave it to you. I leave it. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, we ended you. Here we have 4 questions from Mr. John actually.
Okay, okay.
So the first question will be, sir, can you give an example for visualization technique? How can I use it in my workplace for success?
Okay, okay. Suppose you have to give a speech. You have to give a speech in front of 5,000 people. Okay. You are qualified, you are experienced, you know the subject, etc. However you are qualified, there will be butterfly flying in your stomach. Okay, there will be little bit of tension, little bit of fear, little bit of anxiety, little bit of stress, little bit of strain. Okay, it will be always there, because our mind, in our mind there is one brother who all of us have, who is called self-talk. Okay, self-talk is a wonderful brother we develop in our mind. He is called self-talk. He will appear and then ask you many questions. Have you prepared very well? There may be qualified person, there will be experienced person, there will be huge crowd. Suppose if you say something nonsense, what will happen? He will feed you with the negative things. Okay, he is called self-talk. So according to communication scientists, out of 2,000 thoughts that go pass through your mind every day, 95% are of negative in nature. Okay, 95% of the thoughts that pass through your mind every day are negative in nature. Even if you go for shopping, will there be accident? Will I get the correct stuff? Will the rate will be very high? Will he cheat me? Okay, these are all called self-talks. Okay, so when you want to give a talk, the digital person in your mind, he will keep developing a lot of fear psychosis in your mind. Okay, so what you should do: visualization. Sit quietly, go to a quiet place, sit quietly, close your eyes, breathe in and breathe out 5 times. Okay, and tell yourself, I'm relaxing, I'm relaxing, I'm relaxing. My head is relaxing, face is relaxing, shoulders are relaxing, my entire body is relaxing. When you say for 5 times, I told you earlier, brain does not know what is real and artificial. Okay, whatever you say, brain trusts it, takes it seriously. Within seconds, you go to a relaxed position. Okay, then you begin to visualize. You are going for the examination. You are taking your pen and paper and everything perfectly, and you enter into the university. You enter into the examination hall. You show the hall ticket, and the hall ticket is ticked, and you sit in your desk, and papers are given. Question paper is given. You go through your question paper. Fortunately, all the questions are known to you. You feel extremely happy. You thank God, and in your mind, all the answers are pouring in very positively. You get lots of images, lots of feelings, and you write the examination perfectly beyond your own expectation. And even the teacher gives you a smile looking at the answers you have provided. You underline everything. It's in perfect condition. You tie the paper and give it to the examiner. Examiner gives a warm smile with all kinds of satisfaction. You come out of the course hall, and your friend is asking, how do you do the examination? Yeah, I did it very well. All the questions are known to me. I'm sure I will get 95%. And you jump in joy, you float in the air. Okay. And you come home, tell your mother, Mama, I have done a great job. All the questions were easy. All the questions I studied already. Amazingly, I completed the examination. Thank God, thanks to your prayer. Then slowly open your eyes, rub off your hands, look here and there. You come to the real situation. Okay, all this was done in your imagination only. Okay, according to your brain, examination was over. You did it beautifully. All the questions are known to you, and you're going to get 95 marks. Everything is done already for your brain. Okay, so when the time comes for the examination, there will be joy in your mind. Earlier, there would have been anxiety, but this time there is a joy, there is a happiness with all the regeneration. You take the pen and pencil and paper and the bag, and you put your nice shirt, and then you pray, and then go out of your house. You travel very well, enter into the university with the full of happiness on your joy on your face. You enter the examination, you get the question paper, and all the questions are known to you. All the questions are known to you, and you write all the answers. You come out happily. Okay. Suppose if you have fear, if you have anxiety, if you have a confused mind, even if the questions are known to you, it will appear you don't know the answers. Okay, all the questions are tough questions. Okay, because you have programmed your mind the other way. Okay, so that is a power of mind. Okay, so second time when you go for the examination, actually for the brain it is a second time. You go with deep sense of courage, conviction, strong faith, etc. You attack the examination beautifully, and then you come out happily. Okay, so you can use this visualization exercise for writing the examination, attending the interview, giving a conference, meeting a strange man, meeting a government officer. Okay, you take up a travel. Your fear of encountering something dangerous. Okay, when that is in your mind, undergo this visualization exercise. Literally what you do, you program your mind. Okay, that's the power of visualization. Yes.
Okay, Dr. Thanks for that good explanation. Maybe if I met you 6 years back, I would have passed my degree with distinction. Okay, let's move to the second question. Just now you were talking about the 5 senses, right, Doctor?
Yeah.
So how we sharpen our 5 senses? Is there any like daily practices that we can do?
Okay. There is a set of exercises. Lots of exercises are there, but I will give you just one or two examples. Okay. Say for example, early in the morning, you have to sit like this with the fingers like this. Okay. You keep following the fingers and take the fingers apart. Okay. Follow the fingers, but don't move your face. Follow the fingers till they disappear. Okay. Then bring the fingers into your vision. Okay. Now you can see the left finger, you can see the right finger. Okay. Both the fingers are in your vision. Then slowly bring the fingers towards each other. Okay. Look at the fingers, but don't shift your face. Don't shift your eyes. Okay. Both the fingers are in your vision. Okay. So this is a exercise for the eye, vision, etc. Okay. When you do this morning twice, evening twice, after 21 days, you would have acquired 180-degree vision. That means you stand in front of the computer, but you know what is on your right hand side, what is on the left hand side. Okay, this is called 180-degree vision without turning your face. Okay, when you don't do that, only you gain narrow vision, 30-degree, 40-degree, 50-degree. Okay, so you keep something here, you will be searching only in the 30-degree. The pen will not be in your vision. Okay, and then you go somewhere else. If you have 180-degree vision, your eyes will be searching 180-degree. Okay, so the communication scientists say at any second, at any point of the moment, 2 million sensory data are entering through your eyes. 2 million in the sense 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs of information data is passing through your eyes. Okay. Suppose if you are tensed, the range will be from 15 to 20. Okay. Where is 15 to 20 and where is 20 lakhs? Huge difference. Okay. So when you don't have this 180-degree peripheral vision, there is a scarcity of information passing through your eyes. There is a proverb in English, a well-known problem is half-solved problem. Okay. So when you don't have information, you suffer by the lack of information to solve your problem. Okay, so this is with regard to the eyes. That's why whenever you see something, go deep, go close, focus, 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 focus. Okay, even minute things, look at clearly, minutely. Okay, so this is how you improve your eyesight. So also close your eyes and listen to even the minute sound, even after 100 meters. Okay, what is the sound there? Are you listening? Are you able to listen? Okay, that is how you increase your hearing capacity. Close your eyes for 15 seconds, listen to the minute sound, whatever you can listen. Listen with focus, with attention, etc. Okay. And then number three, whatever you in front of you, keep on touching it, touching it. Now I have a book, touch it, touch it, touch it. Feel the surface, the rough surface, the shiny surface. Okay. And then with the right hand, touch the left hand. With the left hand, touch the right hand. Okay. Whatever in front of you, even if you take the pen, touch it nicely. Even if you open the door, the knob of the door, hold it tightly, feel it, use all your senses. Even if you sweep, touch the broom tightly. Okay, and then feel it and then sweep. Okay, if you're standing in front of the table, touch the table. Okay, the sharp objects, keep on touching, 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 touching. Okay, this is how you increase your feeling sense. Okay, so also smell nicely. Okay, smell nicely, whatever it may be. Okay, and also taste nicely. If you get a chocolate, okay, first of all, look at the chocolate in different angle, different perspective. What is written there? What is the shape of it? What is the color? Okay, then and the next one is open the chocolate, listen to the sound of the paper. Okay, beautiful sound, nice sound, this crispy sound, etc. Okay, then touch the chocolate. Touch the chocolate, the mild surface, the rough surface, the paper. Touch it, measure it, the length, the breadth, etc. Then slowly take the chocolate, put it in your nose first. Smell it nicely, and then put it in your tongue. Amazing. Okay, amazing. There are some people who have the breakfast in the morning in just 30 seconds. Tuck, 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 tuck. No, that's not the way. You must use all your five senses. That is the reason they say even when you eat slowly. First see it, then feel it, then hear it, then sense it, then taste it, smell it, and then take it. Okay, this is not only NLP technique but also Buddha technique. Okay, even to solve your problem. Okay, when you're tensed, when you're in anxiety, go to a quiet place, sit quietly, close your eyes, and then breathe in, breathe out for 5 times. As you breathe in, listen to the sound, and you breathe in, feel the temperature of the air going in and coming out. Okay, when you do this for 1 minute, you are in a totally different state. Okay, you are far away from the anxiety, you are far away from the tension. Okay, because in the past you were gripped over the past. The past had a grip over you. Okay, or the future had a grip over you. Maybe the examination, maybe a travel, maybe some strange fellow you have to meet. That is the future. Maybe about the past. Okay, maybe a betrayal by your friend. Again and again, it's appearing in your mind. So the past and the future can put you into distress. Okay, have a grip over the present. Okay, this is how you have to have the grip over the present. Sit quietly, close your eyes, focus, breathe in, breathe out, feel the temperature, hear the sound. After a few seconds, okay, when you have complete over the present, you are in a totally different state, right? You jumped over from the unresourceful state to the resourceful state. Now all the faculties of your body will be working at optimum level. Okay, now you will find the solution very fast. This is Buddha technique. Okay, so we must use this technique. There are techniques like this. Another one is this shall pass too. Okay, if you are having a stress, don't be too emotional. Tell 3 times, this shall pass too. Okay, you are not going to be in this situation for years. Okay, this also will pass through once. Okay, after maybe for a few minutes, etc. Okay, so that thought will lift you up. Okay, so have a grip over the present. You escape. Okay, so this is how you must give exercises to your own senses. If your senses are intact, 95% of your problems are automatically solved. Okay, that is the second answer I can give you.
Okay, thank you, doctor. Maybe we'll have another three questions, doctor. Is it okay for you?
Okay, no problem. I have no problem.
Okay. So there's a question from Mr. Manoharan. So
Okay.
what he was asking during his coaching, he is applying empathy technique, listening without interpreting from his POV towards his coaches. So his question is, based on his coaching practices above, is
Yeah,
he applying NLP
yeah,
unconsciously? Doctor?
absolutely, absolutely. Okay. So, NLP says the thing is empathy. Empathy. Um, this is part of perceptual position in NLP. That's an amazing technique. It's a problem solving technique. Okay, fantastic problem solving technique. The name of the technique is called perceptual positions. Okay, in order to solve your problem, okay, first from your position you must understand the problem. Number two, put yourself in the other person's point of view and understand the problem. Okay. Third position is a common position, not yours, not your friends, but as a third person. Okay. That is the third person's point of view. The last one is called meta position. Above all the three, from the top level, maybe from God's level, from the top level, you look at the three positions and then look at the same problem. So now you have four positions: one, two, three, four. Okay. And in the four, you look at the common viewpoints. When you see the common viewpoints and you apply, the problem is solved beautifully. Okay, you're far away from the bias, you're far away from the one-sidedness. Okay, so this is called perpetual position. So our friend is saying empathy, when you listen to a person with empathy, you're trying to understand the other person from his point of view. That means you respect him, you give him dignity, you acknowledge his mind. Okay, you respect his feelings, etc. So empathic listening is not equal to accepting him blindly. Okay, but you're trying to understand him from his perspective, which will enlighten you, which will put you in a very resourceful position. Okay, so after having understood him from his position, you are in a better position to resolve your problem. Okay, in listening, in communication, we don't say listening is accepting. No, even empathic listening is not accepting, but acknowledging him. Okay, you must acknowledge the other person. Okay, after acknowledging him, you have a balance. Now you have your third eye. Then you gauge, you assess, you examine. Then finally, with all the facts, if you see there is weight in his argument, right royally bow down and say, you are correct. You are perfect. I accept you because your point is surely better than my point. Okay. So empathic listening is not accepting the other person, but respecting the other person, acknowledging the other person, understanding the problem from his position. This is possible only when you apply empathy. Okay. Yes, he's doing NLP technique unconsciously. He's correct. Absolutely correct. Yeah.
Okay. There's one more related question on empathy, doctor.
Yeah.
Let's say we acknowledge them, we put ourselves in their shoes, we are
Yeah.
looking at on their point of view.
Yeah.
But how we can handle if that person is not putting ourselves in their shoes
Yeah.
and
Okay.
they don't acknowledge the problem or the communication doesn't solve.
Okay.
Mainly
Okay.
this happens to our life partners, right,
I know.
doctor?
I know.
So,
Yes. 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 Yeah. See, there are various techniques for that. Okay. See, one is, in communication, we say we model each other. We model each other. Okay. So if you are little different, if you are a little different, by expressing my own personal details very frankly, I model myself. Indirectly, I tell you, see, I am standing naked in front of you. I am disclosing even my innermost secret. Okay, so I am sharing my real self. Why don't you? Please do it. Okay, so indirectly I am acting as a model for the other person. Okay, so we have to use techniques like this. Okay, you share your weakness at one point of time. See, so far I haven't shared with anybody, but right now I feel that I should share with you. Okay, have you ever observed that I have this particular problem? He's shocked. He's shocked. you know my goodness, he's sharing his innermost self. If he is so good, if he is so frank, why not I? Let me also be open. Let me also share my innermost feeling, etc. Okay. So one way you project yourself as a model. Number two, indirectly or directly, you can tell him to be a little more open. Request him, earnestly request him. Okay. Then even if he doesn't do that, even after that, kindly you can openly tell him, I see this as an obstacle for our discussion because you seem to be a little bit adamant, you seem to be a little rigid, result of which we are not able to move forward. Okay, then even then if he's not able to do that, you see some serious problem with him, you buy time. Right now he's not ready for any conversation or any negotiation, etc. You ask him, can we talk on some other occasion? Okay, if you face any obstacle problem, I can be of help to you. Okay, I see some obstacle for you to come open in this. Okay, maybe we can talk a little later. Maybe I can help you in some other way. You see, that is, one objective is to resolve the problem. Okay, at the same time I need to win his heart because he is my colleague, he is my companion, I have to travel with him. I can't shout at him, I can't ignore him, I can't bypass him. So in this situation we have to apply various techniques. Empathic listening is one single technique. Okay, NLP has a series of techniques how you can win the other person's. I just gave you one more: mirroring and matching. When you start doing mirroring and matching, okay, after a few seconds he's under your feet. He's under your feet. Because when you do matching and mirroring, you're not dealing with him. You are dealing with his unconscious mind. Okay? Unconscious mind doesn't sleep at any time, always is awake. So you are dealing with his unconscious mind, which will tell him this person is with you, he travels with you, he likes you, he loves you, he acknowledges you. Why don't you reciprocate? His unconscious mind will motivate him. As a result, so there are series of rapport building techniques. Okay, content rapport, emotional rapport, tone and tempo rapport, breathing rapport, okay, posture rapport. I just gave you one technique which is called matching and mirroring. Okay, so we have to employ so many techniques so that he falls flat in front of you, not for any bad reasons, but for good reasons. Okay, our noble objective is to maintain the relationship and achieve the problem together, solve the problem together amicably. Okay, for the success of both win-win situation. Yeah.
Okay, Doctor. I think you have answered to another person's question also. It's almost similar for Jayalakshmi.
Okay.
And then, Doctor, one last question, Doctor.
Okay, one last question. Sure.
How do we stop our negative thoughts to change our emotions? So this is a question from our brother from Afghanistan.
Okay,
Usually, Doctor, the negative thoughts, the emotion, it's quite hard for us to control.
Okay.
So what are the techniques for us to overcome that?
Okay, wonderful. Quickly, let me explain to you how thoughts are formed. Okay, how thoughts are formed. One way of the formation of the thoughts are through the five senses. Okay, so I see something, I hear something, I feel something, I touch something, I taste something. Okay, second source is my past. My past are my future. Okay, my past are my future. So they are all the causes for my tension. Okay, and on the other hand, my self-talk. all of a sudden it comes and tells you it's not possible for you, it's not feasible for you, you don't have strength, you don't have qualification, you are not fit for this, I'm sure you will fail. Okay, it keeps telling me. Okay, so usually in psychology we say whenever you get anxiety, whenever you get tension, quickly what we say, number one, drink water. Okay, your brain loves water, drink water, a cup of water. Number two, breathe in and breathe out. Okay, 5 times, breathe in and breathe out. Number three, change your location. Okay, change your location, physically change yourself. Number four, focus on something, focus on something. Okay, maybe a plant, maybe a tree, maybe a window grid, maybe a window panel, maybe a pen. Okay, maybe a cell phone. Focus on something, and then finally engage in some activity. Maybe count the number of letter S in a paragraph, maybe count the number of fans in the hall, maybe count the number of leaves in the plant, etc. Engage. Okay, so when you do all these things, you have a grip of the present. Okay, earlier you were in the grip of the past or the future, now you come to the present. Okay, when you find yourself in the present mode, you are strong enormously. Okay, live in the present. When you live in the present, all the faculties will support you, cooperate with you. This is called resourceful state. Okay, resourceful state. The whole exercise of Lord Buddha, which is called mindfulness. Okay, mindfulness exercise is nothing but the same thing which I told you earlier. Close your eyes, breathe in and breathe out, feel the air, feel the temperature. Okay, by the time you have full grip over the present. Okay, this is number one. Number two, as and when the negative thoughts come, immediately, with the gun you have, you keep shooting. It comes at 200 km speed, immediately shoot it. That's not correct. That's not correct. I don't agree that. This is a lie. That's not true. This is not true. Either you say it out, or in mind you say, or you shoot it or throw it away. Okay, throw it away. Or you collect all the negative thoughts, tear it and throw it away. Okay, write down all the negative thought, tear it and throw it away angrily. Or as and when it comes, shoot it. No, that's not correct. That's not true. That's not. Immediately you say it goes out. Okay. And the third technique could be, there are two positions. One is called association. Okay. There is one technique called association. Another one is disassociation. Okay. Association means involved in the whole situation fully, 100%. Okay. Disassociation means distance yourself. Okay. You float out from you, distance yourself from yourself, and then again you float out. Okay, first you come out of yourself, from that yourself again you float out. So that means you're far away from yourself. You may ask how it is possible. We could keep doing a number of times. Some of us are in the in the chat session now, but you'll be thinking about the dinner, thinking about whether you lock the door or not, thinking about when this guy is going to finish, or someone will be shopping only, many things, our thoughts are wavering all over the place. Okay, so like that, disassociation, it is possible for you. The moment you think I'm going to disassociate, your mind is, unconscious mind is ready to support you, help you. It will disassociate yourself from you. Okay, you call that as a helicopter view. Okay, you fly, at the same time you see yourself in the ground. Okay, so when you do that, you are away from your emotional state. Okay, association is useful in some position. Okay, for example, when you pray, when you're in associated position, amazing. You love your God. God is with you. You feel presence of the God. When you play with your child, okay, you're in associated situation. You're one with the child. You look at the smile, look at the sleep. You touch the child. It's an amazing experience. When you're with your family, You're completely associated. You crack jokes, you jump in joy, you sing songs together, you have dinner with all the family members, you crack jokes. Amazing. Okay. But associated position is not good when your house is on fire. Okay. You have to disassociate yourself. Okay. Your house is on fire. At that time, when you cry, oh my God, my house is on fire. Oh, my bank book, my jewels, my properties. Oh my God, it is on fire. By the time you finish crying, the entire house is finished. Okay. There you have to disassociate yourself. When you disassociate yourself, you are away from the emotional state. Only then your mind will say, call the fire brigade, call your friend, shout and call for help. You do that, you do this, you bring the ladder, bring the water, pour the water, do something, and make some noise. Something can be done. When you're emotional, nothing can be done. The same thing. You're in examination hall. You're in completely emotional situation. Okay, your mind says, none of the question is known to you. You're going to fail. All the questions are hopeless. I'm sure you're going to get zero. Zip. Close your eyes. Float out. Float out of yourself. Okay, disassociate yourself. Feel the presence. Okay, feel the presence. Slowly you come to the presence. Okay, breathe in and breathe out. Gain yourself, and then do this dissociated position. After some time, slowly open your eyes. Out of 10 questions, you already know the answers for 6 questions. Okay, because when you're in an anxiety, stress, you see the block. You see the block. Even the clear question can confuse you. Okay, so when you gain yourself, you are in a resourceful state. All your faculty, whether eyes, ears, nose, mind, body, the legs, face, all your faculties or the nerves, all will support you. When you're in confidence, all will support you. With that support, you take off beautifully. Okay, and in that position, everything you will remember. In the beginning, all you've forgotten. You understood. No answer is known to you. But now, when you gain yourself, yeah, now I get the link. Now I know. Oh, this is the answer. Everything is coming, and beautifully make the presentation. You come out of the examination hall. Okay. So sometime disassociation is useful, especially when you're in a problem situation. You disassociate yourself. Okay. So that you gain yourself, you feel the presence, so that all the faculties will support you. Then all the questions will be answered. When is a problem? What is a problem? Who are the problem? What will happen? What are the solutions? How to prioritize? How to start with? All the answers you will get. Otherwise, when the problem is in a confused state, the problem will eat you up. Okay, it will make you flat. Okay, then the problem will be the winner. You are the loser. Okay, so you have to disassociate yourself. Okay, then tell yourself 5 times, I am disassociating myself. You take a helicopter shot. You move away from you and kill all the negative thoughts. Kill all the negative thoughts. You dislocate yourself. Focus on something else. Breathe in and breathe out. So these are all the techniques. Okay, there are many techniques. I just given you few. Okay.
Yeah, sure, doctor. Okay, thanks a lot, doctor, for your sharing on your NLP and also the techniques. Hope everyone can benefit from whatever things that said by Dr. Mahi. And before
Mr. Prabha, Mr. Prabha, yes. As a last chance, I think can we give Miss Jayalakshmi to ask her question to Dr. Vino? I know you connected both, but I think can we allow Jayalakshmi ma'am to ask her question to Dr. Maggie?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
If she's ready.
Good evening, doctor.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Okay, I'm actually I tried to relate with what you have said earlier.
Okay.
But as a parent for a teenager, sometimes even know all these beneficial things, techniques, but how can we explain to them or get them to understand and practice, because we won't be beside them during schools and exam halls and all that.
Okay. See, all these techniques are universal techniques. It can be applied to everybody. Okay. So if you slowly follow the rapport building techniques, okay, there are different kinds of rapport building techniques, okay, and if you follow them, definitely at one point of time, he will be like a snake, and you will become the snake charmer, okay, by modeling. In fact, the entire NLP was born out of modeling concept, okay, modeling concept in the sense, if I model you and you model me, okay, you identify people who have achieved success, and you follow them exactly, and you achieve the same success, okay. So you can give successful models for your child, okay. Number one, good models for your child. Number two, you can follow all the rapport building techniques, okay. And then when you follow all the rapport building techniques, he becomes a wonderful, faithful son. At one point of time, he will follow whatever you say, okay. He will follow, in the sense his unconscious mind will be connected to your unconscious mind, okay. And also, try to identify what are some of the negative things which are stored in his unconscious mind, and you have to replace that with the positive things, because we said at the beginning, it is a meaning which activates the behavior, okay. So you have to slowly interact with him and find out what are the negative belief system that he has in his mind, and slowly, either by conversation, by discussion, by understanding, etc., you must identify and then remove those unwanted, useless belief system and inject the positive belief system, and you see the result. He will be totally different, because all his behaviors are resulting from his belief system which are stored in the unconscious mind. Maybe quickly I can give you, if he's a very small child, I can give you one small technique. Early in the morning, around 4 to 5, he's half sleep, okay. He is half sleep, okay, half sleep. And then you go to the ears and whisper, you are a wonderful child. You are a God's gift. You have terrific talents. You can achieve a lot of things. You can be a very useful son, very useful member in the society. You have terrific potentials. You are a fantastic person. You are a patient person. You will listen to the others. Okay, I'm just giving you some techniques. Okay, what you are doing, what you're doing is you are feeding everything to his unconscious mind. Early in the morning, he's half asleep, half awake. All what you say, all the suggestions, this will go deep down and keep stored in the unconscious mind. Okay, so we say behavior is activated through your unconscious mind, and you have given all the positive elements you have stored all the positive elements in the unconscious mind, and you see the result. It will be totally different. Okay, or by repeating often. No, you are a wonderful child. You can do that. You can do this. You can do that. You can keep on giving positive strokes. Okay. Some of the parents, not you, some of the parents are very negative in nature. They always use a word, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. Okay. Rather, you fill up with some positive stroke. You're a great guy. I understand this in you. I've never seen somebody doing like this. Oh my goodness, this is something amazing. Okay. So what you're doing is like a glass of water filled with oil. Now you want to remove the oil, fill the glass with water. Okay. So when you fill the glass with the water, slowly the oil will come up and spill out. Okay. It will flow out. So at one point of time, the glass will be filled with only water. Okay. So positive strokes will help. Okay. And you act as a model for him. That will help. And give wonderful books and films of great leaders. Let's see whether those films can influence him, or you go by suggestions. Okay, to his unconscious mind. Okay, and use all the rapport building techniques. Use all the rapport building techniques. That will do wonderful wonders for your child. At one point of time, he will come and ask your suggestions. Okay, mommy, what can I do? What to do, etc. Okay, because all these are related to unconscious mind. Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
Prabha,
Maybe can
Mr. Prabha, before we close, if Dr. Maggie wants to leave his personal mobile number or email, we can put it in the chat so that people, if they want to converse with him individually, they may contact him. That is one thing. If Dr. Maggie is ready for that. Second, it seems there is a lot to learn in NLP. He has just given a taste. Dr. Maggie has given an introduction. So, if 3G Malaysia wants to organize a kind of series of NLP techniques, then how many sessions of 1 hour may be needed? This is a question for Dr. Maggie. If 3G Malaysia wants to organize, or any other persons organize, how many 1 hour sessions are needed to learn all the techniques?
Okay, so maybe 6 hours. The main important information. 6 hours in the sense it can be broken into 2 hours in different period. Okay, 2 hour 2 hour session 1 week, 2 hour session in another week, so that they practice what is taught, and then they come with their problems and success, whatever it may be. Then that can be enhanced, etc. So here in India, what we do 1 day session, okay, 6 hour session, then 2 day session, 12 hours, okay. Then we go for practitioner session. You will get the practitioner certificate from USA. That is for 32 hours. 32 hours spread across three weeks, okay, Saturdays, Sundays. Every Saturday and Sunday, 6 hours, okay, morning 3 hours, evening 3 hours, okay. So it goes up to 3 weekends, and the certificate will be given straight away from America. Okay, that's a practitioner certificate. So which gives you option for you to conduct further training program in different places, and you can act as a therapist. You can cure people. You can cure people in various ways. You will get a set of books, set of techniques, videos, etc. So this is how I see. Short 1 hour session, 6, then 1 day session, 2 day session, then 3 weekend sessions, whichever according to the convenience of the participants. But in small sessions, we can deal with techniques concretely, so that enough time will be given to you to practice the techniques. Okay, then you can come and share. Sir, this works. It doesn't work. If it works, what did you do? If it doesn't work, was it applied properly? How can we apply properly? If you know for about 5 techniques, you are done. Okay, for life. Nobody can hurt you, nobody can injure you. Okay, and you will find yourself in a resourceful position 24 hours a day, lifelong. Okay, so you can face any problem confidently. So that is related to over to Britoji. Yeah.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you. Prabha, yes.
Okay, thank you, doctor. I think as doctor said, we can conduct our session, and we'll have a discussion, doctor, maybe later on with Mr. John and also Dr. Vino. So thanks a lot, doctor, for your sharing in the first session. We're glad to have you here. And then maybe we can hear from Mr. John, can wrap it up, our founder of 3G. John?
Okay, you want me to propose word of thanks and close it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I know Dr. Maggie for the past 40 years. And he has been so resourceful, as all of you now have experienced. And this 1-2 hours is not enough to understand him and the concept of NLP, because it's 40 years of experience. You have really done it nice, Dr. Maggie, because with all the videos and PowerPoints, and you made it very participatory. and also the very practical techniques that you have given for our practical life was wonderful. And the flow of thoughts, the flow of words, the control over the language that you have, I think all people must have been wondering how the words come from your mouth so beautifully. Everyone would have enjoyed. Of course, everyone would have got at least one or two techniques here and there to follow. Thank you very much for giving your time and knowledge and share with people here. I think it will be good if 3G Malaysia take it up and ask, because I know how much you put a cost over your sessions, and now you were ready to give it free for us. And since 3G is a charity organization and it's all run by individual young people, I think if you're ready to help us with free sessions for another 2 or 3 sessions, I think we'll be very, it will be helpful, because every individual in 3G are connected with their family and the community, and many children in orphanages. So they can also help back. So God will bless you for that. Thank you very much for this session, and I really am excited to see you again with this group with many more people. Thank you very much, Dr. Maggie. Thank you, Prabha, for organizing. Yeah. Yes,
just
Dr.
give me
Maggie.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. I would like to thank Britoji, the founder. No, he's a visionary. He's a committed leader. Thank you, Britoji, for the wonderful opportunity. And I like 3G, the objectives, the goals, etc. I wish all the best for 3G, and I want to be part of 3G. No problem. Anytime you can call me because your objective is noble. I'll be very much part of 3G. Call me at any time. And thanks to Prabha for this wonderful organization of the program, and also Vinotini ma'am for the wonderful introduction. And sincere thanks to all people who are present even after so many minutes passed. Thanks. I really appreciate your commitment and sense of seriousness and dedication. So once again, thanks to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
We close the session now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Doctor.